is the 40th season of WTOK's award-winning Football Friday. Live from WTOK, Football Friday begins now.
Welcome to our Football Friday kickoff show for season 40 for WTOK. I'm honored to be joined by one of the people who spearheaded the creation of this franchise, Mr. Lindsey Hall. Lindsey, we're going to talk later in the show about how all of this started. But how does it feel to be back on the sports side of things?
It feels really strange. It feels good. It's been, I think, 10 years since I had a Football Friday, but it started hard to believe it's been this long, but excited to get another season start to be with you for a couple of weeks.
It was only right to bring you back.
Yeah, I like it.
Good to spend some time
you
together.
kept me up past my bedtime.
I'm sorry. It's okay. Only for a little bit.
All right.
All right, Lindsey. Well, I'm excited to kick off high school football. We only have a few games tonight, so let's get right to it. Our tailgate and game of the week takes us to Decatur, where the Newton County Academy Generals are kicking off their season against the Benton Raiders. First quarter, Taylor Burt takes a snap, fake handoff, drops a dime to Cooper Savell. They're quite the dynamic duo out there. It's a house call for Savell for the first score of the game. Generals lead 6-0. Go ahead and cue the fireworks. Benton now with possession. Raiders threatening to score. Tanner Van Dever looks to hit Clayton Saxon, but watch this. Talk about ball awareness. Cooper Savell intercepts it, and here he goes. Gets to the middle of the field. He's getting some blocks from his teammates, and he keeps going. He'll go down around the 40-yard line. We'll stay on the same drive. Second quarter now. Savell at quarterback. He hands it off to Brady Thorne. He goes wide, and he's in the end zone for another Generals touchdown. They lead 14-6. Also, take a little moment to look at this field. We got the checkered end zone, the nice logo.
Digging it.
Oh, yeah. It took some effort. We can appreciate that. We'll go ahead. The Generals get the W tonight, 36-14. Next week, the Generals will be facing off against the Russell Christian Warriors next Friday.
Yeah, I love the checkerboards. Okay, head to Kemper County, where the Rams are taking on the Eagles from Porter's Chapel. Visitors out of Vicksburg. Picking up first play from scrimmage for the visitors, quarterback Chad Fuson getting the ball. He'll hook up with receiver Lakeland Picanti for a first down. A little bit later in the drive, Chad again looking to pass, scrambling, and he is going to be sacked by the Rams. And they're all greens tonight. Third play of the quarter, Chad hands the ball off to Miles Randall, the running back. He tears through the Ram defense for a huge gain. And Porter's Chapel would go ahead and score on that first possession, and they would win it rather handily tonight. The final from DeKalb, 42-14, Kemper Academy Falls.
And next we'll head out to Russell Christian, where the Warriors open the season taking on American Sports Prep. We'll pick it up in the first quarter. Warriors already up 14 when Jake Landgrone heaves one into the waiting arms of Miles Coleman for a walk-in touchdown. PAT makes it 21-0. Warriors off to a strong start on the new season. Ensuing drive for the Americans on fourth down, lined up to punt, but it's a low snap. The punter takes off, considers a throwing pass, decides to keep it before he's brought down hard for the turnover on downs. After a missed field goals, Warriors back on defense, but not for long. Pressure on the quarterback forces a rush throw, and Colton Frapp, watch that amazing grab right there. Warriors get the ball back, but could they capitalize? Bo Morphus says absolutely. Quarterback keeper, defense optional. Doesn't get much easier than that. That makes it 28-0, 5 minutes before the half, and the Warriors start off the new season with an impressive 42-6 win. They will host Newton County Academy next week.
That'll be a great game.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the Lamar Raiders opening their season last night by traveling over to Toxie, Alabama to face off against South Choctaw Academy. First quarter, Sullivan Reed. Carmen, we're going to hear that name a lot this year.
Bow!
Lets it rip. Jackson Whitcomb is
Whitty
on the receiving end. Huge game. First and goal. Reed then will score a touchdown on the quarterback keeper. 7-zip Lamar in this one. Still in the first. This is Samuel Roberts getting around left end, and he will score to put the Raiders up 14-0. The Rebels, though, would come back here. Cade Carroll on the keeper, picking up a big first down inside the Lamar 5. That would lead to a South Choctaw score as they trailed 14-6. This is the ensuing kickoff at Sully.
Oh, Sully. Look at him go.
Huge return that
What an
sets up
athlete.
another Lamar score, and they led it 21-6 at that time, and the Raiders cap it off with a 35-14 victory Next Friday, the Raiders will host Wayne Academy. And then in week 3, Carmen, a huge matchup against Jackson Prep.
They have a good season ahead of them. I'm excited. Back in Decatur, the Newton County Cougars hosting the Lake Hornets in a jamboree matchup. We got to see a lot of Newton County's run game in the second half of this one. Juan Brown going to work, just barreling through defenders, getting those yards. He was big right there for them in the second half. They capped this drive off with a score. We saw a lot of success for their ground game. They take the jamboree win over the Lake Hornets 26-6. And still to come on Football Friday, we have a look at some of the scores from the area tonight. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. If you missed any of those scores, they're on the sports section of our website under the scoreboard tab. And Lindsay, starting next week, this will be the part of the show where we hand out helmet stickers. But we wanted to take a few minutes just to thank you for stepping back into this side of things for a week or two.
Well, I appreciate it. First of all, I've never done a helmet sticker before, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, it'll be good.
And I like the slow-mo replay we had a while ago.
It was nice, snazzy.
That was cool. It's great to be back, and we're going to reflect back a little bit about, gosh, this is year number 40 of Football Friday. Number one thing that sets up to me is this set that we're on. I mean, it is unbelievable. Phenomenal. A few stats that were calculated this week by Lauren Carson. She's been our Football Friday guru.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is season 20 for her. And anyway, over those 40 years, we averaged 12 to 14 weeks a season. That's 8 games per. But we figured out that was a little around 4,000, and it may be closer to about 5,000 highlights that we've done throughout our coverage in East Mississippi and West Alabama. And I tell people all the time, I think this is an institution. It's the only place in this area for literally decades and decades that you can get scores. There's no podcast, there's no news anywhere that you could actually see the football highlights. And I think one thing we focus on too sometimes is just getting that atmosphere. I know you'll begin the going to the tailgates before the game, going to the concession stands,
interacting with the fans,
yes, involving the cheerleaders, involving the bands. Tori Alvarado's been featuring our bands, and it's part of life in the South. It's part of our fabric. And I don't know too many stations that have done a football show for 40 years, but we'll probably do it another 40 years. I'm not sure I'll be around for year 80, but look, this is some of our crew from the past.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about just some of the history. How did y'all used to get scores prior to social media?
Well, it's unbelievable because, I mean, you know, you go back 20, 25 years, there's our famous big board that we used to have.
I was told about it this week.
We go back and pre-cell phones and everything, getting scores was an absolute challenge. I mean, we had to literally call gas stations, we called convenience stores, we called sheriff departments, police departments, any way in the world to get a score, but we had to get everything on the phone. You had the old AP wire, but it would always run slow. We would have 40 or 50 scores, get 90% of them. Nowadays we all edit on our on the computer at our desk, but back in the day, and Lauren will remember, we had 3 edit booths back here behind us.
I don't even know what that means.
And there were about 8 of us. Well, an edit booth the size of about a closet. You go in and you put your tape in and you edit. We shot on tape back in the day, and it would. There was 3 edit booths, and you have 8 or 9 people shooting. It gets in the jam, and it got real tense at times. But we've always had a ton of fun. Before and after, we always have food, and it's just been, I say now, I date myself 40 years. I've covered young folks tonight, their parents, and their grandparents probably.
Covered all of them, the whole family line.
That's what Football Friday, and that's what WTOK is all about.
Absolutely, and just getting to meet these kids and kind of know who they are. And even just the year I've been here, I've got to know them, know a little bit about the other sports they play, their parents, so it's awesome to get to see that.
I had so much fun tonight that I think I'll do this again next week.
Well, we're so glad.
Can't wait.
And next week, speaking of, we will introduce you to our newest team member. And reminder that the Saints versus Broncos, Coach Sean Payton preseason on WTOK is tomorrow. The pregame starts at 11:30.
And that's going to do it for Football Friday this week. We want to thank you, the viewer, as well. For
yes,
all these
thank you all for watching at home, and stay tuned for Jimmy Kimmel.